The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J. Think About It Radio. Money Mondays. Yes, once again, I have with me Miss Reathia Davis, the owner of Slay Bad Credit, affiliated with FBS, of course. And we're going to just talk to you again this week about the credit, about the mindset, mind your money, money on your mind, all that good stuff. How are you doing today, Miss Davis?
I'm doing wonderful. As always, it's a pleasure having being on your show.
Thank you very much for your time, for your energy, and thank you for your willingness to want to help the people and want to just put them in a better economic situation, if you will. Thank you for that.
Definitely.
Indeed. Give the people your contact information before we get started. We want to make sure that they do not get left out and they have what they need, because once we have the conversations about what we're going to conversate about, they're going to want to call you. They're going to want to communicate with you. So let's make sure we give them your contact information.
Certainly. My phone number is 713-701-1311, and my web address is www.slaybadcredit.com. That's SLAYBAD credit.com.
Mean gonna slay it, mean kill it. That mean it's gone. When something is slayed, it is a done deal. She talking about slaying your bad credit. She didn't say she's gonna clear it. She didn't say she's gonna clean it. She didn't say she's gonna dispute it. She said she's gonna slay it. So get your credit slayed. Get your credit slayed. You know, when the women when they say they're looking good, right? What do they say? They slaying. They slayed them. So slay that credit. Make it look real good too.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely. Oh, the whole weekend I've been having just different things on my mind about the thought process, right? How do you access information? How do you access positive things, positive energy flowing in your life, right? And I was like, if you don't mind your money or have a mindset toward money, right? It will not, nothing that you touch will ever prosper. Nothing that you touch will ever grow, because if you don't have the mindset toward it or the value system of it, it would never work in your favor. So I want to, I know you want to talk about some stuff as well, but my thing is that it's all about the mindset. Before we can do any of this Money Mondays, getting your credit right, getting your financial outlook better, if your mind doesn't receive it or believe it or think it's possible, it's just wasted breath.
Exactly. And I think we had a conversation earlier in the week, last week, about that. People with their perception of how, credit repair is done and how they think that it's not working properly for them.
Yes,
and we say all the time, you didn't get in your financial situation and your bad credit situation overnight, so it's not going to be straightened up overnight. Mm-hmm. Just like it was a process of you getting bad credit, it's going to be a process of restoring your credit back, and it is an interactive process. It's not that you just going to wave a magic wand and say, here, do, and it's done. So, so some people give credit repair, credit restoration a bad name because they don't really interact with the way it's supposed to and do the steps that it takes to help it get there. And then, they spend the money, and then when they don't see the results that they want within 2 months, 3 months, then now, they're frustrated. But it took you 2 months just to complete step number one.
Yes, ma'am. You're definitely right. It's a definitely reverse approach to it. I want quick results from all this time that I made bad decisions. It doesn't work that way.
No, it don't work that way. You have to do your part. Mm-hmm. We can only do so much ourselves, but at the same time, you have to do your part as well.
I think what happens too, though, with with people giving a credit repair, a credit improvement, a credit education a bad name is because they come in and promise people these things. Hey, I guarantee you I can do this. I promise I can do this. So the expectation level of the consumer is that, okay, you the expert. This you know what you're doing. So let me go and give you this money. And so people become spurned, and are misused. That trust gets abused. And a lot of times they paint all the agencies with a broad brush. And then they don't trust anything or valuable information that you're sharing. So what I like about your company, though, what sets you apart is that you're willing to let them see and have hands-on experience. This is what's going on. You need to be involved in your credit situation. You were deeply involved in it getting bad. You need to be deeply involved in improving it. Therefore, once you do that, you won't be back in that situation again because you know the pitfalls.
Right, exactly. And, and all the tools that we offer, with Play Bad Credit, when you sign up with us, there is an app that you receive that's called the Smart Credit. And on the Smart Credit, when you go in and you log on, it'll give you in-depth details of what's being done. It'll tell you what's been deleted off your credit report. It'll tell you if something inaccurate as far as your address or inquiries. It tells you things that are being removed. Even if you in the process of doing in the program and something actually goes on, you get a notification. So with our program, there's no reason for you not to be on top of what you should be on top of with your score and what's going on in your credit report, because there is an app that is updated daily that you will be able to see what your credit report is, what was on it, what's off of it. You get emails, notifications letting you know what's been removed, it tells you just everything. You can even rerun your credit score to see, and it doesn't hurt when you use the app to, tell you what the score is. I mean, I wouldn't advise you to run it every other day because it's not updated every other day. It's usually 30 to 45 days that you being updated. So
that's the thing. People like to be informed. Well, people that like information. Let me rephrase that. People that like information and desire information, they want to be informed. And so with this particular app that you have, that kind of keeps them informed. It's kind of like the Credit Karma, Credit.com. I'm seeing so many people making credit a priority. But you know what happened? What happened that made all this? When the mortgage meltdown happened in like 08 and 09, that's when everybody's credit started getting jacked up. All these foreclosures and all these things and all this negative situation started happening. So they bailed out the banks. They never bailed out the consumer. So here comes the people to bail out the consumer, credit repair agencies. We can fix it, but for this amount of money, Now, these same people just went through the deception of loan officers and people taking their money and putting them in a loan that they couldn't afford. Right? So it's really not a surprise that those people that went through that, the mortgage industry and the credit repair people that had negativity come through it, it's really not a surprise that people are kind of distrusting when people come, because you started getting credit repair agencies on every corner. But as you and I both know, all credit repair agencies are not created equal. We know that. But
right.
This industry that you have, and what I like about it, that it's really helping to bail the consumer out, to give them a better credit score, to give them a better interest rate, to possibly put them in another home if that's what they choose, but then they have a better financial outlook for the future. Not just get into the home, as I said before, be house poor, but be able to get into the home and be able to have some other things, because now you've improved your whole financial outlook.
Exactly.
That sometimes I think becomes these conversations that we must have. I encourage everyone listening, everyone that's going to listen to the show, I encourage you, sit down, talk to your family about a budget, about finances, about what's going out, about what's coming in, about your goals, about your mindset, about how you even think about money, how you value money. Do you even value money? Just have those honest conversations with your family and with your loved ones, because I think we can sit and talk about everything else, but that's the main thing that everybody has to deal with is finances. Because every day, if you're in some kind of industry, you have to spend some kind of money. So I would just encourage us all to have those conversations and get that foundation laid. Let's stop building these foundations on this mud. Let's build it on some solid building these houses on some mud. Let's build these houses on some solid foundation. And that's the goal. And I applaud your company and what you're doing because you truly want to educate the consumer on their credit, not just to make a dollar and just to say, hey, we have another one. It's not just credit repair. This is credit education.
Exactly. And then just like on the topic of you saying sit down with your family, and do a budget. Again, with the $89 that you paying monthly, our company offer you what's called debt zero. It allows you to plug in your debt, plug in your game plan, and it helps budget your money. It helps tell you how to pay it off, step by step how to pay it off and what you need to pay. And once you get one thing paid off, then it tells you how to pay another thing, another card off, or another whatever you have, debt that you have that needs to be, paid off. So, we don't just do, like you said, credit restoration. I mean, our services covers financial education. It covers the monitoring of your credit report. It covers helping you with your budget. It helps you with a My Care plan, which will allow you to do a will. It'll allow you to do a trust, a power of attorney. For once you get your credit, repaired, we again have that free consultation and the free education to help you keep your credit in good standing.
Mm-hmm. That's the key. Really, just informing the consumer.
That's one of the most important ones is the life block, because a lot of people are on the internet and they shop on the internet, and a lot of people even just in the stores, you can swipe your card and whatever new systems that they have that you got those mastermind hackers that go out and get your identity and go around and use it. And with the LifeLock, you have that with the $89 a month. It's not anything extra than what you're paying with your credit restoration program that you're in. You get that LifeLock. And a lot of these credit repair companies out here only offer you credit repair. That's it. They offer you nothing else with your $99+ or more.
Exactly. Because their job, a lot of these companies though, and again, I can't paint them all with a broad brush because I haven't dealt with all of them. But some of them, they're pretty much, they just see you as a number and they play the numbers game. They'll send it, hope the dispute falls off, and if it doesn't, oh well. If it does, great, we got one. And then because as a consumer, and if you're not educated on that process, you'll think those are real results. But sometimes they'll do like 1 or 2 dispute here, 1 or 2 dispute here, and and then selling you on the fact that they can't do many at one time. But that's just to keep you paying longer. So therefore, your credit improves, but improves just little by little by little. So with financial education, with educating yourself throughout the whole process, it helps you. It keeps you from getting taken for granted, getting taken advantage, because you really understand what you're doing and what you're getting into. And as I always say, who wants to take care of their business better than them? You want to take care of this. You want to see this, because the thing about it, you're going to be very excited once you see those results. Once you see those results, and once you see that your financial outlook will change, those interest rates being offered will start being lower and lower. You'll start seeing your savings account start to build up. You start seeing some commas up in your savings account. Once you do that, you're more than happy to share that information with everybody else. You're more than happy to share their results because, again, it's a game plan. It's a game plan for success. And it's a simple game plan. Analyze your situation, see if you need the services, and if you need them, then she's more than happy to do what she needs to do to make sure that you and your family has a better financial outlook and a better picture. Because, again, finances isn't the end-all, be-all to happiness, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot. In a lot of areas, because you can do a lot of things, if not just for yourself, but for others. So that's the overall goal, is to build this solid foundation with your finances, with your budget, and just have these conversations. Because, again, we talk about a lot of stuff. We share a lot of subjects out here on a day-to-day basis, and we just really calculating what we're saying. So let's use those words to really uplift one another. No matter what your economic background is, you can always come up. You can always do better. Because the goal is what? Spend less than what you make.
Exactly. And the most important part is live within your means and not live within your credit card fee.
Yes, ma'am. Say that again. Hold on. Let me do the clap on that. I got to do the clap on that. Hand clap. Say that again. Say that again.
You gotta live within your means and not your credit card means. And you have a lot of people